Ken Haas. Welcome to this week's edition of Kenny's Two Pennies. This week, we write the epitaph on what has been another sorry year for the Syracuse football team, but what a great start for our basketball team. But first, a word from our sponsor. Hello, Syracuse fans. Want to know where I watch the Syracuse games? Right here at Dewey's Third Ward Tavern, Bridge Street in Seneca Falls. Want to watch the NFL? Dewey's has the NFL ticket. And also on Thursday nights, Dewey's has the NFL Network. So you don't have to worry about missing if you got cable. Dewey's broadcasts all Syracuse games, basketball and football. Dewey's has 21 televisions to watch all your sports action. Come to Dewey's Third Ward Tavern here on Bridge Street in Seneca Falls. I'll see you here. Well, what do you know, Syracuse fans? A week after we go into South Bend and wake up our own set of echoes in upsetting Notre Dame, what happens? For the final game of the Greg Robinson era, what do? The same old that's happened the last 4 years. A typical Greg Robinson coached game. No aptitude on offense, no aptitude on defense, nothing special on special teams. Heck, Cameron Dantley looked like he's been in the last 2 Big East games. Only 6 of 23 on passing for 53 yards. And what do you know? Most of those completions were on that final touchdown drive in garbage time. Especially that one hot potato catch Nick Provo made on 4th down. What, you just take that football out of the oven? Got it! And what about Dan Sheeran catching the touchdown pass? Heck, you didn't have to sprawl on that like you did on Antoine Bailey last week. But see, Dantley doesn't throw a wounded duck. He put mustard on that ball instead of ketchup like Antoine Bailey did. And that was a nice touchdown pass. Well, what happens in the 3.5 previous quarters? Same old Greg Robinson coach team. But thankfully, this was it. And now it's time to write the epitaph on this sorry season. But don't look for me to put that on your grave, Mr. Robinson. What'd you do in the 4 years? Nothing special. Just only 10 wins in 4 years. Hell, I might be able to can you, and that's no soup. But we go from the epitaph and the sorry thing that has been our football team the last 4 years to what a hell of a start for our basketball team. After we nearly get surprised by those pesky arachnids from Richmond, what do? We take on 3 nationally ranked teams. Well, almost ranked teams, but nationally known. First, Billy Donovan and the Florida Gators. For 2 straight years, a couple years ago, they were national champions. Now they're reloading. But they still got the national profile. But in that O'Reilly CBE Classic, we beat Billy Donovan and the Gators. And the next night, we go against those Jayhawks, the defending national champion Kansas Jayhawks. And what was a rematch, 5.5 years in the making, because that's who Syracuse beat to win the national title back in 2003. And even they're reloading after their national title run last year. And after the first half, it looked like, oh boy, we're going to go down. But what do you know? Something funny happened on the way to Kansas City, or wherever that was played. Boy, we pulled a rabbit out of the hat, and that's no magician. And we wound up going into overtime and beating those Jayhawks. And then, a day after people stuffed themselves with turkey, they go back to the Dome, take on Virginia, and they don't have a cavalier attitude about it. But I have a cavalier attitude about this. What a way to come back from an 11-point deficit at halftime and pull out a clutch 73-70 win. And last night, we play our neighbors 15 miles to the southeast, the Colgate Red Raiders, or the Raiders, or whatever nickname they go by. We played them 161 times now, and for the last 43 times we've beaten Colgate. Heck, we decided to take out our brush and brush our teeth with those Colgate people. We hold them to just 13 points in the first half, our record for holding opposing teams in the first half of a game, and an 86-51 rout. And heck, even the walk-ons got in on scoring. Mr. Reese, you scored a pretty peanut butter cup with that basket. And Mr. Pursuti, nice three-pointer with about 3 seconds left. Hell, even the fans left there in the dome were roaring. Heck, it's nice to see the walk-ons get some points, let alone some playing time. But, well, Syracuse fans, we write the epitaph on the football season and look forward to who's going to coach us next. The rumor mill has been circulating pretty big. Personally, my money's on Randy Etzel coming from Connecticut back here, or maybe Steve Adazio coming from Florida back here where he was an assistant coach under Pasqualoni. Of course, we won't have Mr. Kiffin. He volunteered to become the coach at Tennessee, and he's going to take his dad Monty with him to Tennessee. Let's see how that works out. Or maybe we could get Mike or Robin of Loxley or whatever name he is, but I hope he's no Robin Hood. Look that up. But whatever, let's hope the next coach finally gets us back on track, and maybe we can install some type of spread offense. Heck, it's always good to take a nice butter knife onto the Carrier Dome turf. Not that spread, I mean the spread. Hip, set, hut, here you go, and then throw it. Boy, that was a lame one. Well, whatever. Write the epitaph on this football season, and let's hope the Orange can continue the terrific start to this basketball season. Keep it going, Orangemen. You're knocking them down on the court. And also, Mr. Harris, cut your damn hair, would you? You don't look good in an afro. That died out almost 30 years ago. And Eric Diebendorf, you gonna get another tattoo? You're already loaded on your torso. And Mr. Flynn, keep up the good work. And all the other basketball players. Christophe Angenet, a scrappy player. But the thing is, I hope you, but after one of these games, you take a nice Stella Artois on the court. I'm Ken Haas. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.